Yesterday was a bad day of severe weather, including PST tornadoes and stuff in the Wisconsin. I'll show you guys it. But yeah, we have a lot to talk about here. PDF tornado. Yesterday. But this is damaging tornadoes. This is what's called an AR tornado path. And what an AR tornado path is, it's damaging PDF tornadoes, which yeah, it's not bad. It's terrible. It was up here in the Wisconsin valleys up there. A lot of SBC storm reports. Hope everybody's okay from that. Yeah, this is April. They don't have it yet. But yesterday, I thought there was a PDF. There's a... Here. Alright. Well, that's that. But, today we're gonna be covering again around after I get home from school, which is about 4 o'clock Eastern. But I really get out of school at 3. But 80% that line goes live. I go on the same thing, but these are called covers. 25% tomorrow. Friday, definitely. We'll be back. Saturday, yeah. We'll definitely be back on Sunday, too. I don't know why, but the intensity score is going to get high. I know it is. It's going to get back high. Alright, let's get straight into the forecast. I'm going to try to record this quick, because I do got to get ready for school in a little bit. But what we're talking about over here is we get a little bit of a general risk over here right by all this winter storms. There might be a couple storms over here. Possible tornado threat, but probably not. Then over here, we're definitely getting a lot of in the west region storms. This is another chance of storms. This is right by North Dakota and stuff. So this was already likely. Just a couple dry thunderstorms here. But high wind also in the winter storm is also gonna, cause that. I'm looking all surrounding this. This is probably gonna be where the closeout's gonna happen on this big slight risk. So covers up most of Missouri, most of Iowa, and actually slight Iowa, a good portion of Illinois, or the whole Illinois. This is the first time I saw the one state get filled by storms. The whole Illinois. Every spot in Illinois is a chance for storms. This is where the tornado path is going to be. This is a flash flood damage area. Look at this. This is from last night. Including right in front of my house, there's flash flooding. Because I was in storms like this last night. At literally 2 in the morning. But no tornado warning, so that's why I didn't record. But yeah, that was pretty bad.
Is this the ocean or is this my backyard?
But I'm literally in the middle of that, so yeah, but let's see if I'm actually in this. Okay, well I'm not really in this. But there's flash flood damage areas. But yeah, but this is in the slight risk, including where I live. I'm in the slight risk, so let's go. We might have tornadoes. And actually where I live, there's tornadoes expected to come in this circle right here. So that's good. A good portion of Indiana, it reaches all the way here into the northeast. Just today's gonna be some big storms. Just watch out, take some good shelter. Another tornado path is gonna be like right there. So please be ready to take shelter. We'll be covering this today. And then all our storms do shift up over here. But we can already see Illinois still has a tornado path. Actually, never mind, that is from today. There's a huge special weather statement right here. and this is a slight risk. This is tomorrow. This is probably gonna be some tornadoes and stuff. But if it's a 3.5 million population. So if you're near, get ready to take shelter. Know your safe spot because there's gonna be some big storms. Out here, just be careful. What is gonna happen though, if you're out here, there should be a marginal risk, but this slight risk is gonna get out here. It's gonna make its way out here. I bet they'll change it once the time comes, but it's really hard to tell. But I think we know it's gonna be marginal. All right, well that's tomorrow. We go into day 3. It's gonna get pretty bad. We get the whole Illinois covered by storms again. They're now only in a marginal risk if you're in this tornado path up here. But this is mostly the Midwest and the lower plains and the Southwest down here. So 2 regions for this big storm. But what we really got to talk about is the edge of the western part of Illinois, where there's already flooding, which is great. Being sarcastic, but this is also a small portion of the storms. Just watch out. But this enhanced risk right here, it's pretty bad. So. What's gonna happen is this what we were talking about earlier. This is gonna produce tornadoes, severe thunderstorms, and it's gonna hit some. And right now, it's actually an EF2 threat. EF2 threat of tornadoes. It's an EF2 threat with 7.3 million people in this. So get ready for some big storms right here. Most of Iowa, a good portion of Iowa, a good portion in Missouri, a good portion of Oklahoma too. So get ready to take shelter if you're out here. If you're surrounding this, there's still a tornado path. Just be careful. But please take shelter if you're that. That's the last day. That's the last day. We go to probabilistic. Yeah, that's likely. If we go to day 4, there's a small chance this is not going to be too bad. Day 5, it all ends. Let's look at our tornado threats for today. Yeah, these are like threats up here. This is a 2%. That's a tornado path. Down. Oh, here's the big risk in over here. So hail's is actually gonna be a big threat today, but covering a good portion of Illinois. Over here in Oklahoma and up here. But see down here, it's not covered. This is probably just gonna be just some thunderstorms down there. What? I'm recording a weather video. Let's look at this flooding over here. Slight risk over here. This is just where all the storms are going to be. But that's pretty much all I have for you guys. Just one more thing before we go. I'll be covering later after school. But one more thing. Just if you're in this tornado, or not tornado, but if you're in this typhoon, hurricane, I guess you can say, be careful because this is forms of a typhoon. Just you guys are getting 65 mile per hour rainfall and all that. So yeah, just watch out. Alright, that's all the weather talk I have for you guys. Make sure to watch my cover later. Make sure to one I just posted. I'll see you guys in the next one.